Welcome to RollForTuraco. This is Frank. Oh, dropped my dice. And I'm on location here at my local library. I'm actually in one of their study rooms, so getting some printouts. And I've been wanting to do this video. It's going to be a little bit of an update video. I'm more sharing my thoughts. I should call it Turaco Diaries or Turaco Vlogs, and also answering a question. And I was doing this video before, but I was trying to get here, so edited it and re-recorded it because it wasn't coming out that great because I was in a hurry. I thought, you know what, I'll do it here at the library in one of their study rooms. So, so that's what I'm doing. So this is, off the cuff, unscripted. So there's gonna be some uhs and ums and pauses. I'm gonna do my best. Uh, since I am in the library, I'm gonna also try not to speak loudly. And that's why I decided to use my headset. All right. So I was asked this question. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for a while, even before I was asked. Uh, what does roll for Turaco mean? So there's different ways that I use it, and the Turaco part in roll for Turaco, that in itself, uh, it's it's a little bit of a longer question of why I started using uh, Turaco in the first place. Uh, so that will be. I'll probably talk about that in the AMA, but really doesn't have anything to do with uh, our RPGs or this question. But uh, I'm thinking some people would want to know, like, where that comes from. So and now someone else had asked me this on the Basic Fantasy server, uh, if Turaco stood for something. Or was it the Basic Fantasy? It was an RPG server. Not, I don't remember. It was Basic Fantasy or a different one. Uh, and they're like, "Oh, is it like Thaco something?" Like, no, like that. Uh, Turaco itself doesn't mean anything except for what it is. It's a bird. It's a species of a bird, which is my logo. So uh, the reason that it's part of my logo, part the channel name or the channel name, and my connection to it, that is a little bit of a longer answer. So I mean, I already spent 3 minutes just explaining what a long answer it is. But what does roll for Turaco actually mean? So there's different ways that I use it, and I was thinking, hey, maybe it could stand for something, but uh, I think it stands for originally what I intended it to stand for when I did this channel, when I started this channel. So, and I will say that the inspiration for the roll part of Roll for Turaco. Uh, so, so RPG games, rolling for dice, or rolling with dice, not for dice. Uh, but also there's a YouTube channel which you know you probably heard of it. It's called Roll for Combat, and there's another one that you may not have heard of it. Um, Roll of Law. Uh, Roll of Law is by Ian Runkle, and that's his I guess his fun channel because he's a lawyer in Canada, and his main channel is Ronco of the Bailey. So, so I'm subscribed to both. I watch both. Roll for Combat by Steven Glicker and with his I guess co-host Mark Steifer. I can't remember to say that correctly. Uh, so and in homage to both channels, I like both channels, and I do like when Steven talks about why he says roll for combat, or he named it roll for combat. It's just fun. It's better than roll for initiative. So that is the inspiration for that combination of words. And I think I already said this like 2 times before, but the way I use it is in the same vein, that like, hey, I'm gonna roll and have fun. It's like like the these phrases, these catchphrases. Like, hey, it's party time, or hey, let's get this show on the road. Or, let's get things going. Party on, Wayne. Uh, so it's that same that feeling, like, hey, roll for Turaco. We're gonna have some fun, playing games, and I have started using it. And there's a video that's coming where I roll up character stats for the on the character sheet, and I say, hey, it's time to roll for Turaco, and then I start working on the character sheet. So like, in that sense, literally rolling up characters or a character. So that's what roll for Turaco means, but I'm still working on it. I want it to mean something more while you're playing the game. So you can say, hey, hey, let's roll for Turaco, and game on. But I think this might be a separate video. But I'm thinking of a way to use it in the game that makes sense. Like how a GM will call for, okay, roll for perception, roll for initiative. There is a there is a way that I'm thinking that it could apply in game. Not to give a little backstory. The reason I started this channel is because, well, first of all, I'm a comic creator. I do have a comic that was I had it published. I did a limited run. I'm all out, but you can get the PDF, and I'm going to be working on just putting it up on either Lulu or KDP, print on demand, so you can get it that way. But I'm going to continue working on that story and other stories, other comics that I'm working on. But I want to turn one of those comics into a game, an RPG game. I was kind of like maybe a board game, but I'm leaning more towards RPG, or at least it'll have some RPG elements. And so I started doing a lot of research and buying different things, and that's originally what I was doing. But I got the bug, when I play games. So something I want to do within that setting is for the classes and the characters. I want them to have either a spell or feat or something that they will use that is Turaco related. Turaco Comics is the brand name of the comics that I do. Like it's under that uh, name, under that company. So we're Roll for Turaco, and there's Turaco in that, and Captain Goggles and Mask Woman. So where was I saying? Okay, so there there are some things I want to come up with that maybe spells or some ability, and when it's time to roll for that ability, that's gonna be okay. Now roll for Turaco, and it's a Turaco based ability. I want to do something similar that you can do in any game, any setting, if your GM allows it. Uh, that there's this spell or this ability, and it's Turaco based. So I am thinking about doing something with it, and I've been thinking about it most of the day. So I do have a clear idea of what I'm going to do. Uh, but it'll be for, at least for right now. I might come up with other classes to use it for, but for the cleric, for the druid, and the cleric and druid can, uh, it'll be different, but there's spells that the cleric can use that the druid uses. So there's a so the cleric might actually get two spells, but there's the main one that I'm thinking for uh, the cleric. I don't think the druid can use, or maybe, but it's going to be something that's a one-time use only. It's going to be rare, so it's going to be something that the cleric will uh, either have to seek out or be given to him or her, or something that they find in an adventure. Uh, I was debating on going more into it, but I think I'm going to leave it vague. For the cleric, it's going to be uh, pretty much just uh, a not an improvement, but on two spells that the cleric has. I mean, the druid has, talk to animals, and or even call out to an animal. Uh, it'll just be that, but it'll be specifically within an area. And it will be like a wooded area, maybe a jungle or forest. But there will be Turagos there, uh, so you know so you'd be able to call upon them for either help or assistance. I am thinking about doing some creatures, some Turacos that I want to put in the game that I'm thinking about. And but you can use it for any game. So it's something I'm going to be working on for the wizard or magic user, or even the bard. Uh, I'm thinking of also and this will be another magic item that will be creating, but a gem or a crystal, a type of stone that the Turaco stone. Maybe it was part of this big statue, and the eyes had these big stones or gems that were stolen. So it'll be the eye of the Turaco, and there probably be two. uh, so maybe either that or one of those stones, and it's in the entirety, or that stone or both of those stones broken up. Uh, so with those, the Turaco stones or gems, whatever, fancy rocks. You'd be able to amplify a a spell. Uh, I think even like the druid could also use it, or the cleric. But I am thinking more for the magic user, or the bard. And the way the bard could do it is that it'll whatever spell. But I'm thinking it's something that kind of you shoot out something for the magic user. For the bard, I'm thinking one of the songs, or any of the songs. So he's playing a song of encouragement. Then while he's playing his instrument, he attaches the stone somewhere. It's on there, and you see this image of a Turaco appear, come out, and it's flying around. And while it's flying around, it's encouraging others, and people see that. The party sees that, and they're like, "Wow, like, yeah, we can do this." If it's a song that's meant to do something to the enemy, they'll see it as this harbinger of death or something, or just like this wicked thing. They'll see the Turaco, but it'll be a fierce looking Turaco, and like they'll be scared and they'll be terrified, and the party can take him out a little bit more easily. For the magic user, I think same thing with stone amplifies a spell. For example, he uses a magic missile. Well, now when he shoots magic missile, it turns into again to this shape of a Turaco, and it just comes at you and attacks you. And that's what I'm thinking for them. And then calling the stone something. But so I'm gonna be the eyes of Turaco, or the Turaco gems. But so I'm thinking I am probably gonna be doing some magic items, and it's things like that. That I'll draw them up and I'll put them on the channel, and make them available. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and that's part of the role for Turaco. So maybe you have something like that in your game. Once I make it, you could probably make it now, just with what I told you. But yeah, that's RollForTuraco. All right, we'll see you next time. This has been Frank Salazar. There's more videos coming out at the time of recording this, coming out this week, at least one more. And hey, stay creative. Again, don't forget to roll for Turaco.